Hello coin collectors, welcome back to the All Change Review. This week we're looking at the 1953 crown to celebrate the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I'm quite excited about this coin as it was the last one I needed to complete my collection of Queen Elizabeth II crown coins. And we've already looked at the other 5 of these already. Now, as we covered off, these are the older crowns which were revalued from 5 shillings, which this one is, to 25 pence following decimalisation. And then again in 1990, when it was deemed the size and weight of these was incorrect and they were reclassified as £5. And then since the £5 coins has been over 30 designs as well. But there are only 6 of these old style ones. But anyway, let's have a look at the coin itself. It's a little different from the other crowns we've covered already and the other coins as well. Because we're starting here on the obverse, the face side. And instead of the standard head and shoulder portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, in fact we actually have her in full military dress in her position of Colonel-in-Chief of the Grenadier Guard, mounted on her horse Winston. And this is what she used to traditionally wear to the trooping of the colour on her official birthday. Now I say official birthday because her actual birthday is April 21st, but going back to the time of Edward VII around 1748, they decided to change it to one of the last Saturdays in May or an early Saturday in June, it varies year on year, for better weather to be honest, and then each monarch has had their official birthday around then ever since. And with the trooping of the colour, they select one of their foot guard regiments to troop its own colour, and then the entire household division march past the monarch and receives a salute, and music is provided by around 400 musicians, which is quite an event. But you won't actually see the Queen wearing this anymore, as in 1987, a mere 34 years after she was coronated, she changed from riding a horse to the event to being driven in a carriage. So, along with the Queen on here, we've got the Latin going around the outside, which I have covered off in the previous video. And then at the bottom, you can see here, we've got the denomination of 5 shillings. And then either side of the Queen, we've got a crown with E to R, which stands for Elizabeth II Regina. And this was designed by Gilbert Ledward. And this was the only obverse he did for Queen Elizabeth II. Now, turning it over to reverse, you'll see something very familiar if you watch the video from the British exhibition crown we did a few weeks back, as it is exactly the same design. We've got here the royal arms and shields, we've got the rose, leek, thistle and clover, and I say exactly the same, there is one small difference. At the bottom it says 1953 instead of 1960. And I'll post a link below to the video where we've covered off the British exhibition crown as well. Now, one other thing I want to point out on this coin as well, which was not commonplace in 1953, as it has a edge engraving. Now you see these all the time now on £2 coins and pound coins, but this is the only crown coin to have it. And even the £5 coins didn't get it again until 1999-2000 with the celebration of the millennium. And on here there's no chance of it saying "Premember" as it's been struck deep. And it says, "Faith and truth I will bear unto you." Now that's a little strange as it's actually from the coronation, but it's part of the homage which is paid to the Queen by the dukes. But for it to be on a coin like this, it's almost like she's saying it back, but also not just to them, but to everyone in the kingdom. Now, I like this coin, not only because it was the last one I needed to complete the set, but it's just a little different from the others as well. But ever, we come on to the value. And, as we've covered before, its face value is 25p, if you can find a post office which will accept it. But as a collector's item, I had a look online at the last 5 sold from circulation, and it went for an average of £1.04p, which was a little lower than I was expecting, but then there were 5,962,600 of these minted. So, as we come to the end of today's All Change review, just to give you a little preview of what's coming over the next few weeks, we're going to make March a £1 month, looking at the history of the £1, a few of the coins that have been released, and then to end the month with the new £1, which has been dubbed the safest coin in the world. So, if you found today's video informative, give us a like, and to keep up to date, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, coin collectors, thanks for watching and keep collecting. Bye!